What's up, guys? Frugal BC, the show that teaches you how to save money so you can invest more and gain financial independence. Today, I'm about to head off to Michigan, and I just want to give you a short episode about that. What's up, guys? Frugal BC. Hey, remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Every like and every subscription makes the world a little more frugal. Frugal BC. Today, I want to talk a little bit about can travel be frugal? And I want to say that I believe it can. So today I'm about to head to Michigan, and let me adjust a little bit here. There we go. I'm about to head to Upper Peninsula, Michigan, on a cross-country ski trip, and my costs are pretty minimal. So I want to go through a little bit about how to save money on a trip. For one of the expenses is food. So one of the ways you can save a lot of money on travel is just by not spending as much on food. So if you bring food with you, which I'm doing, I'm bringing a little grocery bag with me of food, and then I can pack on my trip. And so food is one of the fun parts of travel, so I don't want to eliminate it completely. So I do know some people who do that. I do like to have a restaurant out here and there, but I don't want to rely on it 24/7, and I definitely don't want to rely on hotel food. I don't know what kind of food my hotel will have. By the way, I did choose a hotel over an Airbnb this time because it was actually quite a bit cheaper, but we'll get into that. I like having control over my food because I like to try to eat close to a whole food diet, which keeps me healthy, and it's usually pretty inexpensive. A lot of people think eating healthy is expensive, but it's not when you buy the food yourself and make it yourself. It's not as bad as, going to McDonald's or something. And so that's one of the things I'm doing. I will be packing a grocery bag and bringing it with me. I'll probably eat out somewhere for my suppers, but not for lunch and breakfast. So I'm going to bring some oats, some peanut butter, bananas. Actually, I'll probably buy bananas on the way or there. Nuts, raisins, that kind of thing. Mostly stuff that doesn't spoil. So it's not perfect. I'll probably pick up some yogurt to have there too because I love yogurt. It'll be my breakfast. And that's what I'm doing. So that's that. Accommodations, it can be really hard to get around. There's a couple ways to do it. If you use travel reward cards, I happen to use the Capital Venture One, which gives double points for things like travel. I like that. You can go back and retroactively pay for your travel expenses with those points. That's kind of nice, and those rack up. If you really want to travel hack, there are ways to do it. I will leave a link in the description on how to do that. But basically the idea is that you basically sign up for these credit cards that have bonus miles. You fulfill the terms of your bonus by spending a certain amount of money in a certain amount of time. And then after you're done with that, you get the bonus, then you cancel the card, or you keep the card long enough to use the bonus miles, and then you get rid of it and you move on to the next one. So if you continually do this over and over, you can rack up a lot of points. People do it and get all kinds of crazy free trips. I'm not that big of a traveler. And also a lot of times the spending limits are way less than I typically spend. Some of them are you have to spend $3,000 in 3 months. And most of the time I don't spend that much on a credit card. So it's not worth it for me to do that. But that is one way. I'll use it for a lot of expenses because I put almost all my expenses on my credit card and then just pay it off. That allows me to it's an easy way to keep track of expenses, and I might cover that in a future video as well. Let's see, travel, I'm going by car. It's a 2.5-hour trip, so the expense is pretty minimal. I was going to drive to Colorado. That would have been more expensive, but not nearly as much as flying, even at these rates. If I had to fill up 4 times, that's still $80 to $100 basically on the car I have. I have a very good gas mileage car, as you know, in my repair bill video. That was one of the things I talked about. So heading to Michigan, gonna drive, not gonna cost a ton. And then the activities that I'm choosing to participate are actually pretty low cost. Most skiing places I looked at were $5-10 for a pass. I think some of them are even free. You just kind of show up and ski. You just put on your boots and click in and go. Snowshoes are usually the same way. I could go over to Ski Brule and pay a little money there to do it, and I might, assuming they're open. And they have, one of the things I thought about doing is you can rent a fat bike. So I thought about I thought about actually renting a fat bike for half a day. That's like $30, so it's a little expensive, but I mean, it's still for half a day of tooling around on the fat bike. I think that's pretty fun. So in my opinion, you shouldn't be afraid to spend some money on your trip because, I mean, the point is you're like getting away and you're gonna have some fun. I just think like why spend money where you don't have to? You know, airports are notorious for having super expensive things that shouldn't be super expensive. And I think restaurants are kind of the same way where if I had to eat every meal out, that's a lot of money I'm spending just to eat and maybe not really gaining that much. So it's a little bit easier just to, you know, just to pack some nuts and berries and be a granola, I guess. But I'd love to hear in the comments below some of the ways that you use to travel cheaply and frugally, or some of the things you struggle with or have questions on. I'd love to take a shot at that too. So leave them down below. Again, hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks everyone who's subscribed to the channel so far. As you know, I'm in a 100-day orbit, so I'm posting every single day. I did miss one day, so we're gonna, you know, one day that's fine, but you know, I'm gonna keep going anyway. I'm a firm believer of just because, you know, if you set a goal and you fall a little bit short, you're still way better off than if you just didn't do it. So we're a little bit short. I missed one day, but I'm going to keep going, and I hope to see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching.